Well, it's been a stompage here on the nuke map, and now we're all here to map number 3, Overpass. The last map to determine everything. Here with Exner and Laz. Let's get ready for it.
To determine the whole shebang. This actually is a lot on the line here for this map. Alright, we can talk about relegation here for whoever falls victim in this Overpass, and then whoever walks away gives themselves a chance in the relegation tournament. So there is a whole lot on the line for these guys in terms of getting this Overpass across the line. We'll see who's going to come out on top. Meanwhile, Rift solo in defense of A, and a lot of trust placed into him for good reason. Apparently, he's able to aggress forward, lands himself one opening pick, make it a 3K. Rift left on an island here, but he's doing it all.
Yeah, some big work, and Rift finally coming a little bit alive, and he was a little bit quiet on map 2, but finally starting to shine a little bit brighter here on the pistol round. Finds himself a triple. And there's Dane. Oh man, that's a gross shot. Now it's just down to Fame by himself. 1 on 4. He does have the bomb. No utility though, but lots of time. Still under a minute here to remain. But this is a tough situation. Surely not. And there you go. There you go. Some corn there. And now Davenport pick up a pistol. Much needed one.
Yeah, that's a nice way to kick things off, Red. Kind of refresh your mindset of what map 1 was for you if you're Rift, right? Because like you said, it was a very quiet map number 2, unfortunately, for him. So, you know, getting that confidence in the first round is probably a big deal for a player that was a huge X factor in Vertigo, right? I mean, probably the reason why they were able to pull that across the line is his incredible performance, so we'll see if he can use that springboard of the pistol into the next.
Yeah, this is a map that, again, we talked a lot about, you know, that for Davenport, I mean, they are sitting at about a 2-5 record, whereas Noxious, they haven't even been able to find an Overpass win yet. But, I mean, I don't really feel like the stats and the history paints the full picture here, too, so it is just something to note a little bit. Nice little pickup from Pug, just a little quick one. I mean, even Davenport, I mean, the last 2 times they played this, they have been on losses. They lost to EG White and Nouns. So looking for a little redemption.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, those are some of the best competition that you could ask for here in kind of the ECL level. So
True.
Fair play. As now the spam going to rain down range. These deagles are just so sickening. They do an incredible amount of damage. And at the very least, it's going to get them a bomb plant. Fame, can he find anything else? I think the 1v3 a little bit far-fetched here as he gets flanked on off towards connector, but another kill. I mean, icing on the cake here, nearly finds it, but I think Pug was throwing his aim off a little bit. And you'll certainly take that one. Minimal investment, bomb plant, 2 kills. That's mission accomplished if you're Noxious.
Yeah, I think this is a good situation for them regardless. So now that you can see the money situation's looking really good. Everybody's sitting about $4,500 plus. So we could even possibly see Fame to like commit an op if they want to. There it is. Yeah. All right. And I think that's the right decision here. I think I'd give it to VulcaN, but what do I know? I mean, Camero does have the best spawn, so
spawn
we'll see.
Connector, maybe? I'm wondering, like, I don't really oftentimes see, like, a lot of spawn-based Counter-Strike out of Overpass. Nowhere, like, really close that you can get into. I guess short peaks are oftentimes something a lot of players will go for, and that's something he's somewhat interested in. Maybe something he's confident in. And so that's exactly what he's going to go with here. Looking to turn that corner. This is ever present with AWPs, man. And the current meta, this is what everyone's going for right now, are these sort of peaks right now. And Camero's gotten himself firmly posted up in this angle.
Yeah, no luck on the engagement, though, so actually does pull back. Tries to get aggressive, like you said. Just try to, you know, find maybe something. Some low-hanging fruit. Won't be done. So now they're going to regroup up here, but kind of grouping up towards long A. And these are just the AKs, and of course no rifle or anything here, but it is Rift, and he gets washed away. So the opening duel for Noxious now. Find this, and that's what they were doing really well in Nuke, right? I mean, they're finding his openers. There you go. No trade, maybe one. There it is. Finally, Pug gets something done, but no silencer. What on earth is going on? Why on earth is there no silencer? All right, he's punished for it.
Someone was using an unsilenced USP. I don't know what's going on here.
Either I saw that too.
Weird.
Good pickup, so.
Yeah, I'll take the side. It's not a big deal, but
It's just weird.
just weird, guys. Just weird.
Just weird, Davenport University. AKA
Bunch of weirdos over there.
bunch of weirdos.
Just put the silencer on already. Dane's gonna go ahead and kind of call this one, I feel. Not too interested in going forward here. I mean, maybe trying to pick up a better weapon, something along those lines, but that's not even a real option here. It's going to be Noxious with a very nice first. I mean, again, going up against a bit of a bonus, right? You got MP9s here or there, FAMASas, all that. You know, stuff that you don't really like, right? You like the A1Ss, you like the A4s, you like the ops on Overpass. Sometimes the lacking weaponry just doesn't cut it. And, especially if you just walk into the crosshairs there up against the AKs, they can be really powerful. But again, camera continues to op, and I don't know what it was, right? VulcaN just put on a clinic in that last map, right? Opping like an absolute madman, doing excellent work, but doesn't seem to be like opping on the T side after that on Overpass, which is interesting.
That's a little odd. Maybe just the confidence isn't quite as high like it would be on Nuke. Nice little double boost, and okay, jump spot with the MP9. Try saying that 3 times fast, but not really much to say. They were just getting information, a little bit of damage to be exchanged on a Fame, but again, like you said, this was just Dane kind of preserving the MP9. His pistols across here with just a deagle, otherwise his USPs. It's a 3-player stack, but look at this Noxious. They're just going to bombard this site. Dane does have the MP9 close, but it's only one and done. There's Corn. Hang on, Corn. Find more. No, he will not. And now the last 2 players, I think they've been spotted. This should be up. The jig is over. Bye-bye, Austin.
All died up at 2. Riff will have that AWP money. That's what I was talking about here. This is the sort of rounds that you like. Everything at your disposal. You got the firepower. You got the utility. There's no missing pieces right now, so very efficient purchase coming through. And we'll see if they can make do with this. Dane's still on an MP9, though. It's a bit problematic. Though he's over towards the B side, so he can use whatever gun. It's more those A players that need the rifles, right? I think you can kind of get away with MP9s in a certain case, but bit of a blind spot there. Oh, wait. A lot of trust right there coming through from Austin.
Oh, man.
Riff needed that shot, otherwise it would have disjointed the setup big time. And he has his back. He is holding his back right now. He has full faith that he's good for it. VulcaN picks up the weapon. He's been wielding so strongly in these last couple maps and immediately strikes back.
And look at that too, Austin. He was the one player that was just kind of waiting things out and can't even get the trade, and then he gets just found by Cypress. I think Pug might have saw that, so he should be able to find this kill. He does, but man, there we go. That's what we wanted to see, right? I mean, VulcaN just able to find that kill. I mean, it's a little late after 2 people go down, but at least he'll get a reply back, a trade, and there should be a free open B site minus, I think that's Corn deep on the graffiti. Can he be able to find something, though? He is holding a bit of a tight angle. Kind of a risky spot, though, because they can wide swing this if they want.
Just running into the site, though. Taking a big risk, and I think they had to, right? In the 2v3, you always have to take either risk in taking map control or planting the bomb, and they're able to get away with it here. Now, post-plant ensues. They still have VulcaN in the post-plant as well, which is a huge asset. As he lets one slip by the crosshair. Now, no one up in heaven, but one close by in the pit. They almost line up for him, but he's taken care of after 1. It's all on the shoulders of Fame here. There is a kit in Corn as well. He's just showing his position with that HE. It does no damage either. Just letting him with the crosshair to spam down right into the smoke. It's a little bit of chip damage there. Tech 9 sidearm is out, and they do fall, but not after getting that bomb defused right there. Corn gonna stand tall as well, and Davenport move up to 3.
Oh, man, and he was so close to getting that diffuser, too. Like, it was just within, like, not even a second, so just barely slipped away, but the plant comes in, the kills were there, but now Davenport take the lead just barely, but it is going to be a full gun round coming through on these T side again. VulcaN is going to have the AWP ready to go. So putting a lot of reliance here. See if he can be the big driver on this one. We'll be putting that up actually towards, looks like it will be playground a little bit. He's just kind of scoping things out on long A, expecting somebody to be over aggressive here from Davenport. Even the utility sucks though, Cole. Like, look at the CT side. This isn't the greatest in all things considered.
Yeah, that's always the slight issue there when it comes down to winning in the clutch situation on the CT side. You know you're happy with the round, but you know that there's always that pressure moving ahead of you. You can't afford to lose the very follow-up, and entries like that, Fame looks to lock things in. Barrel spotted. That's a nasty way to open up things, and he doubles down. Aussie, beautiful work from him. That's going to probably decide it right then and there, right? No retake effort really to be had here. Last two players on the opposite side of the map. And we're going to be in for a little bit of a treat here. 45 seconds of peace. Maybe there's a bit of a lurk here, Cameron. We'll spot the head, and maybe he can end things quicker than I anticipated.
Well, Dane might want to just, again, try to survive as much as he can. Nobody's really on the full hunt yet. I mean, the closest player, I think, is Camero, but even him, he has to be kind of careful in this with some low HP, but I don't really think they're in the position they want to hunt this. I mean, if they do, I mean, it could be costly, but it could be good for burning that economy here against Davenport. I think they will just kind of play it safe, though. I think this is the right call. I think this isn't worth it. Oh, maybe not. I'm speaking too soon. Yeah, they're coming in. I'm about to cast the so hard.
Jeez.
Yep. All right. Good night, Dangerous.
That's a wide 25 versus C1 there. Cypress. So very flashy with some of his peaks. It's like a cannon. And now it's going to be a complete reset on the economy here. Double eco, right? That was a pretty bleak position to be in if you're Davenport. But you can relieve yourself quickly there if you're able to win it. I mean, that's the value. That's why people force buy in this round instead of the next. Because you get yourself a chance earlier to get those investments, get those round wins, rather than later. Probably doesn't need to be explained, right? But some people in my matchmaking game, they don't get the concept fully. So you just gotta make sure that everyone's just down pat. Everyone knows.
Well, and that's the thing too, right? I mean, the pistols have been pretty prevalent here in this best of three, and from both sides. I think more a little bit from Noxious. I'm gonna be honest. I feel like we've seen a lot of like crazy D grounds and some pretty nuts things, but looks like I got the word here that it is gonna be a few minutes of a pause. So we're just gonna let these players figure things out. We'll be back, hopefully soon.
Don't go chasing your demons and ghosts, 'cause you might find what you're looking for. You might find what you're looking for. Don't go chasing your demons and ghosts, 'cause you might find what you're looking for. You might find what you're looking for. We both the same without rock bottom.
Well, I promised you not a long break, and I definitely pulled through on that one. But now it's a 3-3. We're ready to go. Davenport on the save. Or the light save, I should say. Light purchase. I don't even know. Words are hard. But anyways, Laz and Exner here to bring this action. Rip, can you do this? Can you redeem yourself, please? Redeem yourself with this USP? No. It will not be done.
Not quite. Sometimes just not the right weapon for the job, even if you got a flank right. USP's pretty buns. Sometimes. That's definitely a case. Interesting smoke here. I wonder where that's landed. Looks like a bit of a run through towards heaven. It lands. So that can help out here quite a bit on the run. But still a lot of pistols here ready to get dealt with here by Camro, who runs out of ammo. Ammunition runs dry. Nasi still here to fill the feed though. Trying to dance in between the smoke. Corn just buying as much time as humanly possible. Just riff the USP to start this one off and to quickly close this round out. It's going to be Noxious moving on up here. And Davenport University, their purchase is still going to remain the same. It's going to be equally lackluster.
Yeah, this double save is so problematic. I mean, for Noxious right now, this is a great spot for them. Like I said, they're 0 and 6 on this map. I mean, their T and CT side is pretty much as even as it can get. I think they're both kind of sitting at like 37.5 or 35.6 and 35. Or 37.5. Wow, I can't do numbers either as well, Cole. This is a rough day. It's a rough night here, apparently. But it is USBs once again here for the CT side of Davenport. Look at this little stack arena we got, though. That could be interesting. I'm a fan.
I won't complain. All time smoke could be free pickings for Fame. Some nice confidence here and crisp headshots from Cypress to finish the job there. Like you said, there's double save territory. Like every time you get there on the CT side, especially on a relatively CT-sided maps like Overpass, like the nukes of the world, it's never a position that you want to be in. It was a position that they found themselves on over on Vertigo, and they were still able to recover. But right now, Noxious building in quite a bit on this T side here. They look to continue that further. Dane again on the slightly lacking weaponry here, the FAMAS instead of the rifle. This time it's going to be in the call here because they're sending a lot of that early presence towards B. Get with another heaven smoke. I gotta learn. This looks like a really easy lineup compared to other stuff that I've seen.
Yeah, it does look pretty easy to do and implement, but Noxious kind of planning things out, but it actually does work out. Corn tries to go for a big old swing, and Pug does get only a one and done. Some good trades coming back here from Davenport, but here we go. The planner going in the open? I don't know why, but... Alright, things are getting a little weird here, Cole.
Ooh, big shadow.
Noxious. Yeah, that's a big shadow. And Fame takes advantage of it. And look at this. This is Trade City.
1 for 1 for 1 for 1. Revealing the position, and bomb needs to be recovered. Where is it exactly, though? I think it's dropped in a little bit behind the pit. That's a mid-sight smoke that's just faded away, so Fame's job becomes infinitely more difficult here in terms of finding this dual rift. Oh, his aim gets thrown off by the headshot, just perfectly placed. Fame gonna stay alive here. He does have an HE, but he doesn't want to reveal his position. Now he's got himself firmly planted in towards a nice little spot here, and Fame, all he has to let do is wait things out a little bit, but he's turning his crosshair to keep it trained here. Rift walking into the angle, barrel spotted, and the closer coming through from Fame to finish the job. That's a really heartbreaking round right there. Rift had it right in his scope, but he gets aim punched as soon as he fires the bullet.
Yeah, I'm so glad you noticed that too, because I was like, man, he had the lineup and like that one shot just threw the crosshair just right into the ceiling. So I mean, if that shot wouldn't have happened, it would have been a round here for Davenport. But man, this is a scrappy CT side. I mean, that round was just back and forth with 1 kill trades. Like nothing was working out here. But I mean, the CT side is just not being as prevalent as we normally see here from Davenport. But Scout going to be here again for Pug. We saw this earlier on a nuke. Working around the pistols, double stack. Oh, Camro finds this tower. Racks in some cash. And there we go. Noxious have a pretty good read on the situation.
I like the setup even. Having a like extra flashbang right there for Camro to get in. Always like those small extra details that teams are able to do. A lot of players would just send in like their Mac 10, you know, players essentially die and try and spot out a stack, but they give them some resources here to help out. Meantime, their Rift, the USP, gonna get clothesline there from Nasi, and Corn left last man standing with only a Mac 10. But he can get a kill here. That's an extra $600. You know, you'll take it.
It's gonna be a good cleanup, like you said. A little bit of extra money might be nice. Run away with this AK. That could be a nice little bit of a reward too. Does make a lot of noise. So, I mean, Noxious definitely know where it is, but does go for a bit of a fake on it. This player should be able to find him though. I think he's closer than I thought. Oh, Nossi, get your gun out. Stop looking at your cool knife. You gotta get some kills, son. In there, it's not gonna matter. Fame, a big old whiff for Reno.
Nice.
And Corn survives. Double threat, and there's gonna be a match pause just like that.
Don't see Fame whiff all that often. That was his second death, in fact, so. No real worries, right? No big deal. Just a bit of a shock. I mean, definitely take that if you're Corn. Walk away with a little bit of economic damage towards a talent, but they do have a whole lot more that they need to claw through here if they actually want to make a run of things right now. Noxious, they have got themselves firmly planted in terms of the economy here. 12k for VulcaN, 8 on Nasi. A couple players hovering around the 5k mark here. It's very strong for them.
Yeah, the money situation is great for Noxious right now. Like you said, 11k for VulcaN. Like, things are looking good. So even if they lose this round, I mean, they still have lots of money. They can put an op back on the board. But they've been looking a lot more confident in these fights. I mean, I know we talked a lot about like the records and the placements of this and what this match means, but I mean, Noxious look like they're coming in and they want this win, right? I mean, this is about, we talked a lot about relegation, and this is a big thing, right? So they definitely don't want to be on the no win streak here. They definitely want to find a win in the season.
No question. Get those wins as soon as possible. Under the belt here. It's good to see that they got their map win here. I wasn't sure if it was going to come through for these guys. It looked like they were not able to bring a whole lot, but at least they're showing up with a map. VulcaN just knifes out. It's a nice all-fingal held, to be fair, but that is a bit awkward there in exchange and Fame. That's the Fame that we know and love right there. The one that lands shots like that. And once he does, I mean, that decides the round, I think, for the most part. You look at these rotations, they're way too far removed. Up towards connector, maybe a promise to be made by Pug here. And also, he's going to get caught with his back turn, so now we can re-inspire it just a little bit. The site is claimed, yes, but the bomb is just now scaling in, so it's good positions, it's good spots here. Fame actually clearing out even further information, so they'll be able to plant for bank. And now all attention turned towards connector, and Cypress has it covered.
I mean, we're just starting to see Noxious. They're just winning in the frag department, right? I mean, this is, like you said, like Fame kind of getting some good shots, setting 11-2, but everybody's starting to pull their way here from Noxious, and I feel like the Davenport University boys are it's kind of slowing down a little bit. We saw a lot of energy coming in from map 1. Things were looking really stale on map 2, but that motor's got to run a little bit more. Corn just gets mashed, and there we go. I mean, an 8th round gained now for Noxious. They guarantee this half. I mean, it's just a weather of like, what do we see here for the last remaining few, but a tough situation in terms of the economy. I mean, Corn's sitting at 71, but everybody else is at that, you know, mid 35s. So I mean, again, it's just like they might just want to go lighter on this and then put a lot of investment for the round 13. But this is a tough thing to see here, Cole.
Yeah, again, from such a resilient team as well, right? Davenport here, if they lose this, it's a position that they've unfortunately put themselves in, is that they might head into the relegation. Actually, I say that kind of with more confidence, they will head into the auto relegation. So it would really be a tough day at the office for them if they let this slip. But of course, Noxious are fighting for life as well. So, I mean, you got that in both camps, right? Both teams with their backs against the walls here, trying to stay afloat. Rift has something to say, though, with the 5-7. Nice headshot comes through from him, but eventually will get called into question there, and Cypress starts to pull back into his own favor here. 2 crispy headshots. Aussie comes through as well, and back to equal standing.
It's a good fight. Corn actually does get some good intel too, so spots it. Now with that information gained, you can see VulcaN's just running. Knife out. It's a freebie site. The molly should be able to give this away. Davenport, they bid on that. They went for the bait. They took the big bite, and it's not the bite you want. Corn looking for this lurk. If he can get this, is going to be huge. So now VulcaN, he's been a menace with the op here today, but can he do it when things matter the most? Tech9 going to be out. Corn making a ton of noise. He's being a massive distraction. He needs to be able to find this Corn. He's just jumping around like a bit of a Bambi moment. Now the flash comes in. VulcaN might be able to find something. The flash comes in, and still VulcaN wins it. There's a 9th, and that's a 1v2 clutch. Noxious are just putting themselves round by round to taking their first season win.
Wow. Just VulcaN running with the Tech9 out, man. That is such a statement clutch as well. You just sidearms in. You're firing away. You know you're going to win it, right? You threw the perfect flash. Cherry on top. That's a nicely converted round. Now that was like the half purchase with this one investment from Corn to even out the economy. So it wasn't like they were completely empty handed, but Davenport University, if they were able to close out on that 2, at least giving them more encouragement in this half here, could close the distance a little bit, stop the momentum of Noxious. Right now, that's just not the case. Oh, somehow that's only a tag.
He just moved at the wrong time too, but I mean, at least he got some damage inflicted, I guess, right? But now this is where we see Davenport. They get that opening duel, but it's a matter of what they do with it. So now they're going to turtle back up, right? They got the 2-2 setup. They have just the lurk of Austin. That's what he's been doing. It's pretty much his role. He likes to play that lurk. He likes to extend himself, get some information. Smoke going to be thrown from the middle of the site now to block things off. They're going to lead this charge. Nos trying to see what he can find. A good molly to push out this player by Graffiti. Corn, can he be able to find it? No, he will not. His head's going to get put right down, and there it is. VulcaN, the op, just able to find a good connection to nail to the coffin, maybe. They might want to even save these rifles. I don't know. Unless they can find a kill quick.
I think they're going to try and brute force it. Cypress is just have the perfect cutoff in rotation here. Pug going to pull one back, though, into their favor. Again, that angle, though, so crisp, but Cypress doesn't land the shot. And Fame stuck inside the pit, still fights his way out. Rift will land the quick trade, and the Tech9 puts out once again. Nightmare kill here on top of the last 2 players standing, but Austin this time is able to land the headshot to get the job done. They find the bomb inside the smoke. You make that retake possible right there. Thankfully, have 2 kits to back it up as well.
I was thinking too, like it was VulcaN with the Tech9. He's in a clutch situation. I'm like, no way, like no way we see the same thing, right? Like, just pops up with the op and Tech9, but no. Davenport do reply back. I was curious that they wanted to save it, but like you said, it was a good play coming in. I think that was Austin that was in connector. So him able to find that 1 kill, that was really important because that allowed them to get the short B control. So you'll love to see it. Another gun round coming in. Austin going to get a little bit more aggressive now, but decides to pull back. Some good utility here coming in from Noxious, but back to the 4-1 split. A few more rounds to go, 2 to be exact, so we'll have to see what can come through here. If Noxious can get themselves a 10th round goal, this could be massive for them transitioning that CT side.
Already looking very solid are the Noxious camp at the moment, but again, you're looking for a little bit of stalling in momentum here. If you're Davenport, you can keep them at bay for a little while longer here as Austin is doing just that. 2 really sharp kills right there on the aggressive movement. Is going to be posted up there. Rift hits an easy flick. And they do fall to pieces here. Money's not the biggest of deals for Noxious. They should be able to reinvest. You see the coffers for Nasi, quite nice. Same is true for VulcaN. So investments from your teammates can come on through. We'll see what they can do in this 2v5. They're going to give it a try, right? Might as well.
Yeah, they gotta give it a shot. They might as well. There's no reason for them not to. But nades come in, everything being burned here. Camera beating a lot of util. Aussie actually does get that opener, so that's a good one on Austin. Smoke's got a big gap though. Rift's just kind of waiting things out. Man, if they can press forward and get this kill, I mean, it doesn't give them an opening, but it just gives them a better situation here to bring things back to it. Look at least a 3-on-2. Not look at this angle. Oh, that is so gross, and it's only a one and done, and there it is. Davenport, they pick up a 5th, and we're going to that last round. It's all come down to this, Cole. Should be enough money here for the T's. They got 10K, 11K. Yeah, they're just waiting in cash. They're fine.
No big deal. Plenty of money here to get everything you could ever ask for out for the last round of half on the T side, even an op if they so choose. VulcaN will get into it. Noxious a chance to grab themselves double digits, but Davenport have been stringing things together quite nicely here as of recent, so can they continue the streak? 9-6 half, that's workable, much more than what things were shaping up to be, right, when they were stuck on 3 rounds for so very long. They've thrown in a lot of utility early on to fake out this A presence here. Jump spotting his pug with the util out. That's some very valuable information, but there's always been players trying to take short control, so it shouldn't sell too much of a fake. Right now, the aggression from Austin, he has cleared out all of A.
And he's flanking him too. This is big. Austin might be able to actually backstab this in time, and I think that's even VulcaN with the op. Austin can just collapse this, but I mean, Korn is already just doing everything. And there we go. Davenport University, they've been able to solidify a 6th round. We're going to take that break as we get ready for the second half. They'll go anywhere. Well, we're back. Last half here for map number 3. Noxious have been able to take things with a 9-6. Laz and Exner here to bring you this action as we have to see who can prevail. Will it be Noxious or could it be Davenport?
It's kind of a winner takes all second half here, right? Winner's going to walk away with so much. So Molly perfectly read in, maybe telegraphing a little bit of research being done here from Davenport, but it doesn't matter because the bomb is dropped. And Camero has it with the dualies close by as well. Looking to just fire down range here, looking to sneak that bomb. They will be able to grab it, even find a kill on the way up. So somehow that works much better than I anticipated. There's Nasi, looks to hold steady, unable to find it, but the heaven smoke fades away until the bomb once again dropping to the floor. It's just on the back of Austin with such low HP. Camera will chase him in, and double digits found from the boys over at Noxious.
Hot diggity damn. And there's Noxious again. I mean, I think we haven't been able to really see Davenport pick that many pistols up in this entire best of 3, right? I mean, I know in the first half of this map it was a little weird, but Noxious has been good, man. They've been getting those pistols. They put themselves in a nice lead, and now they have a comfort of 4 rounds, and they're going to fully invest in this too. I mean, it is a mixture of MP9s with some Flosses with the 1M4, but that's a good thing to see here because those double MP9s can be a really good moneymaker. So I'll have to see if Davenport can ignite the Deagles to find something in this one, but Camero's by himself. These could be dangerous, and okay, that's why. You don't do that by yourself.
Yeah, sometimes just gotta rein it in a little bit, but it might be bailed out by this little flank formulating. It's everyone spotted on the screen right now. Gotta be careful with the A1S that he's up against, but he's found 2 kills and he's just disrupting this. Aim punch on the pug here, doing further damage. He is getting chased and deep down now. Oh boy. He'll get bested eventually here, but we're gonna get run down as well. And no luck. It was a nice attempt there from Davenport, but they do get chased on end. There was only Glocks, really, so it's gonna be Noxious up to 11 here.
Yeah, a little bit of a weird play that we saw in the beginning there. Like, Camero, I mean, I feel like that was a little bit of greed. I mean, just like, yeah, I'm going to take middle. I'm going to do it by myself. No, ain't no thing. And punished. But, I mean, Davenport, light pistols, the odd deagle. But, I mean, that's a pretty decent round for them, I guess, right? A couple, kills just to build up some racks here. But now the guns are here. They're ready to go. Connector control seems to be in the game plan here for the University boys. And splitting things off with a 2-2-1, and Austin does find that opening duel, takes down VulcaN, so that's a nice pickup. But now they're going to be able to have washroom control, and look at how fast they're taking this though, Cole. I mean, that bomb's slowly making its way, but they're getting some fast real estate with only 1 minute and 25 remain.
Shut down, stalled out just a little bit, now a whole lot more. Cypress was able to quickly rotate in time. And the matters made a little bit worse with Camero's position inside of Connector. Walks away with the double up here, and what was once a man advantage here for Davenport University slowly turned into 2 in the deficit. I don't mind the very rapid scale up. There's actually potential to take some claim towards that A bomb site, but they have been a little bit disjointed in their effort, and that's what cost them here. Unable to unify.
And now there's just so much patience. Everybody's just waiting things out. I mean, 40 seconds left, or just under 40 seconds remain now. Both these Davenport players, a lot of utility though. I mean, double smokes with the molly. But as soon as they throw any piece of utility, I mean, this is where Noxious are just going to pounce on this. They're going to just rotate right away. They're going to know. Dane needs to find this kill. And Aussie gets away. No, he does not. Gets spammed. Good positioning that could come through, and Fame catches him with a nade out. It's all down to Rift now. But he's going to get caught in the crosshairs, and that is a 12th round gain here from Noxious. A triple for Camero. Man, this is looking really good here from Noxious. They've really brought things back. I mean, we're talking a potential reverse sweep.
Yeah, especially losing your own map pick there as well. That's the biggest surprise there, is that I thought, Davenport coming into this one, right, plucking off Vertigo from their opponents would have been so valuable. And it is, right? It kept them in this game. I thought they would have built that confidence into Nuke, but it didn't seem like that was ever the case, especially on their T side. I'm just never formulated much success out of the tail end here. 5 players though. It's one of these rounds where you just run it up long and hope that you can overwhelm the A player. And well, Camero again left in no man's land, turning the corner though. This time he's much more contained with his spray, running out of ammo, but VulcaN has his back, so he'll be able to stay alive here. And Pug only a Tech 9 in hand and a flashbang. Well, they'll be sidelined as soon as can be, and 13 now on the board here for Noxious. That's a flawless one as well.
Yeah, it's coming down to this, right? I mean, this is a full investment coming in from Davenport. They haven't been successful getting this bomb down. I mean, they've been struggling to get into these sites, but now it's a kind of a do or die moment, I think, because I mean, the op's out. Rift's going to try to see what he can do with it. Like we talked about, he's quite quiet on map number 2. Can he bring things back? It's a make it or break it moment now here. No op for the CT side. They're going to be aggressive. A nice nade comes in. It won't land. It's a bit too late. Got some good control. A little bit of tempting waters here. VulcaN, is he actually going to commit to this push? No, he will not. Okay, good. I was thinking, surely not, please. Not another one peek.
VulcaN taking a wide off angle right there, but Dane able to deal with it. That's impressive stuff.
That's a nice shot.
That is such a tricky, angle to walk away successful, especially in the late round, right? If it's not like the first 10 seconds of the round and you're still trying to take that control, I almost never favor you if there's someone there. But those sort of mechanics, always promising from Dane. He does have it in him. That's for sure. Evidenced by this round so far, but right now, Davenport, no need to jump the gun. Still 50 seconds, plenty of time. The issue is Camera's going on a bit of an endeavor through long covered, though. Austin. Perfectly timed, waiting for that aggression. That's really well placed, and Rift makes it even more difficult here. It could be flawless. It could be a sweep from Davenport, as I don't even know if Noxious want to try this one with Fame and Nasi being some of the lower economical players.
Kind of the demise, right? I mean, we talk about Noxious like we were, critiquing Camera like playing by himself a few times, and it seemed like this round, I mean, they were all just going for these one-on-one peaks, no support, no trade potential, and it kind of bites them, right? Now Davenport take advantage of this. I talked about a do or die round. This was really important for them. They put a lot of money on the board. They've only lost one player, which is Pug, and that's okay. That's recoverable. That's all good. They're not going to hunt this, and I think this is the right call too. I mean, they need to preserve these guns. They cannot risk losing another player. I'll let Fame keep the M4. But I'm curious what we will see. I mean, the money here from Nasi is pretty low. It'll definitely go up, obviously, with the loss bonus, but it's still going to be not the best situation. I mean, 2 players could force up if they really want, and you could work around it maybe.
Yeah, I think you're just going to have to go for a little lacking investment.
Force Arena?
Yeah, for Nasi only. He'll be on an MP9. Yeah, that's the case.
Yeah, that's not bad.
No big deal.
Ooh, an op out. Okay. Yeah, and again, I don't know. Like, am I missing something? Is Camera an opper? Like, I feel like VulcaN's like shown tonight like being pretty proficient with this thing, so I'm a little surprised he doesn't have it.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's definitely seen Cameron on the op. I just am confused to see such, strength out of him in one round and then, or one map, and then to see it like as a question even, right? Like, even if you're just feeling it down on like map by map, right? If you see VulcaN, drop 30 in like maybe 25 less than rounds, maybe you just say, hey, yeah, you got this again, even if it's like my turn, right? On this map. But either way, I mean, Camero playing over towards that A side is also a big deal, right? VulcaN stands beside him with a rifle, both looking to get proficient on the defense here. Last time they were exploited, so can't replicate that problem.
Yeah, good smoke too. Lands right in front of Camera, so now he has to either pull back or be more aggressive, but he's actually going to commit to it a little bit more. This could be dangerous if he misses his shot. He can't pull back, and he does get the one. There it is. It is just a one and done deal. So that big investment of the big green, it's gone. It's removed from this equation of Noxious. Nades coming in. The smoke going to block off the CT stairway, but these players on the CT side, they're already in the site. Look at VulcaN. He's just waiting things out, being patient. Maybe a bit of a smoke criminal. And look at that. He just pounces at the right moment, the right time. Looking to find a second one. He will not be able to. The bomb should be able to get planted now. It's a retake situation here for the CT side. No utility. This is all about gunfights now. And it's falling apart. It's crumbling. But now, Dane needs to be able to find something. He gets shot in the back of the head or the side of the head. And there we go. Davenport, they hold on and they keep it moving.
It's a really nice round there from Plug. I mean, that trade right there on the player in the left planter was everything. If VulcaN was able to just stay alive for like another 3 or 4 seconds there, and the rotations would have come through, and they have to worry about both the bathrooms flank and the jump up and bank, like that's way too much. So fortunately, they get bailed out there very quickly.
Too. I mean, it is just pistols. I mean, they got to try something different a little bit here, Noxious, and I don't know how it works, but Cypress wins a USB fight. Yeah, all right. I don't know why I'm surprised at this point, Cole. Like, you know, like we've seen Noxious do some pretty nasty things with pistols, and I'm still getting a little baffled.
Yeah, well, it's with the Deagles more than anything, so that's what the surprise is.
Yeah, fair. All right. Thanks, Cole. I need you had my back.
No problem. Got you. They just do it with the USPs. Of course, Cypress, he landed some insane shots last map with the Deagles. That was some very entertaining rounds every time they had the pistols out.
It really
Deagles
was.
Getting caught on a boost there, so I'm not gonna have too much fun. Gets run down and no funny business. At least not as much funny business as you know, last map or a couple prior rounds had to offer.
Yeah, I think they're even trying to think they can find that gun, but I don't think they're going to be able to. I mean, Camera's just kind of put himself in a bad spot. There it is. All right, so only losing 1 casualty here for Davenport. Again, this is great. I mean, when we talk about the money situation, I was mentioning that, you know, they can take those. That's fine. And now, I mean, the money situation comes in, sitting at that 4,000 plus. I mean, Camera with 38, so I mean, he could force up. No util. Looks like that will be the case. Does have the A1S, so a little bit cheaper, of course. But definitely that util department is not terrible for the CT side. Like, it's pretty good, all things. I mean, 3 smokes with 6 flashbangs, so not the worst case scenario, but not your best. No mollies to stop any aggression. The op's still into play, though, from Davenport, and I like this control, though. Look at this. They're actually going to fight for the short B control. I think this is the right call.
They'd open the door as well. Corn wisely not overstaying. Is welcome in this side of the map. He's playing a very passive game. Whenever that door blows open, you're always kind of worried about the potential of flashbang coming through to follow suit. Now the spam coming back and forth. It's drawing up Corn's crosshair. VulcaN tries to capitalize accordingly, but Cameron just let one slip back. This is going to make matters worse. Luckily, Fame's going to pull one back, but they're going to take that A site controlled off the back of some insane timing. They're trying to rejig the setup here, but the rotations are being heard now. The panic is being confirmed. Dane can't afford to drop the bomb. That's been spotted here, but the site's already taken. And they don't realize that Pug is in the site. You can see Fame just walks in with his util out trying to hold on, and Dane able to make it to the site here. Davenport making this a closer game than maybe anticipated here by the shape of things, but they still have to close this round, and they might be speaking too soon. I might be counting them out when they're waiting behind these smokes patiently. No kits either. That's a big problem. They need to bust into this site ASAP, and Rift has cut off another limb of this attack here. Nasi and Camera, they know their days in this round are numbered. They're not going to attempt it.
Yeah, Pug's still alive somehow. You could even see, I think it was Camera that was just trying to get a quick kill maybe, but good execution from Davenport. And like you said, the fact that they already had a player inside that site, I think that was Fame that just kind of ran in there. He didn't realize that players were already in the site. So, I mean, that was just a free kill. And it allowed them to get the plant pretty much convincingly. So now double digits secured for the Davenport University side. And a bit of a blunder in terms of the money situation here with Camero and Nasi. Do have the M4s, but I kind of would think they're just going to dig up or pistol up whatever they need to work around this. I think they'll be the best play. Yeah, that's exactly what they'll go for. This is the right call. You want to keep that money as close to 3K as much as you can. What do we see different? Do we see any aggression? Do we see any kind of a pop aggression? They have been doing that. It actually does look like a double stack here on the half wall, so this is a decent position. Oh, but the nades. Oh, that could be gross. It is just one, but Fame, he takes the whole face of lead for that one.
Even if it is only a single nade, right? Just getting a little bit extra chip damage, it's worth its value. You don't have to always nade stack it. Always like when teams just toss that one down every once in a while, because short control oftentimes will, when you're an aggressive T, it really relies on avoiding the boost, or at least avoiding a boost in some fashion, so it's good to throw that in every once in a while here. They're going to sit outside the smoke. Soon they're going to realize that once again, it is Davenport edging their way in towards this A bomb site here. That smoke fades away, and now they start to realize, but this is already a lot of real estate taken here.
Yeah, they can rotate fast. They can react to this, right? Look at this. You can already see it on the mini-map. They're running towards this A site. This is perfect. This information gained from Fame has allowed them to reset up for this. So Davenport, they're running into a trap right now. And they're going to get this execute, but they do to get the opening entry. Bomb should be able to get planted at a bit of a fake step, and Camero trying to do something with this M4 won't. So when I thought was going into a bit of a trap, looks like that Davenport were the ones that were doing something better, but Fame with a nice shot. But it's short-lived, and there we go. Noxious has to save this M4.
I think they were like a second delayed from
Yeah.
setting that trap up, right? You saw the really well-placed aggression that comes through from Davenport. They get those mollies down as well, so even though there is 4 players around bank, around jump up, it doesn't really mean they can get into the site, because they have to push through smoke and molly and truck and all of that. So perfectly timed there from Davenport University, and I think they knew it. Maybe they heard those rotations coming up over in that CT maze graffiti area. That's where you usually start to realize, you know, if you hear those panicked rotations, then you know your chances at hitting the jump on in towards the A bomb site are very likely. So
Man, this thing's become a bit of a nail biter. I mean, this is a lot of rounds we've seen consecutive here from Davenport. Noxious has been sitting at 13 for quite some time, so this starts to build up against you, and that pressure, right? I mean, they had a lot of wiggle room. Now they don't. They had the pistol. We're talking at this round blunders. I mean, they might be putting themselves on a save, which could easily put this thing back to a tie game. But some good utility damage coming in from Noxious. I mean, again, you already have Pug and Austin. They're already down to 60s. So that's a good start here from Noxious. A little bit of a tenderizing these guys. And Davenport, man, look at this. They just hit the brakes. They do not move at all. They're barely creeping now. They're just slowly working on this. They are putting a lot of thought into this one.
camera.
Oh boy.
Hovered right around the smoke. They would just bypass him here. Again, this control that they take, they, in so many different occasions, avoid perfectly the defense here. But now VulcaN's wheeling that up. We saw Camera try his luck. We know the CT op strength of VulcaN here is so strong.
Yeah, he's got a good angle on this too, but back to a 2-3. No lurk at all. Austin's going to join the crew. I've been talking about he's kind of the anchor on this team, but how many lurk opportunities right now? The executes coming in. Nades are just flying through the sky. VulcaN going to play behind Optimus. He's just going to wait things out. He's got the op. He's able to find the first. Can he get the second? He will. Looking for the third, but Rip gets the better of him. Now the M4A4 does a big spray for one, but now we finally see Noxious. They pick up a much-needed round. They grab the op in the last second. Oh, man. Oh, that's good timing.
He's going to miss that one. I was a little bit nervous there. Nazi always good. Good for it, though. And again, VulcaN, as soon as he gets that op in his hands, it's the strength that we talked about, man. He just lands a multi-kill. You just would like to see him on a little bit more often. Maybe just, you know, prioritized a little bit more on the CT side specifically. He's just good with the rotations. He's good with the right positions. He's definitely good for it in that last round there. The Davenport start to slow the aggression, and they actually have a little bit of that lurking presence towards B that they didn't have in the last round. So trying to sell more fakes coming through. Noxious have been reading into the constant A defaulting, and they adjust their setups accordingly.
Yeah, Davenport right back to the default too, right? I mean, this is what they do. They just creep up, get this mid control. They want to just fight for the washroom. So now Noxious playing a lot more of a turtle setup. They're just playing more passive. Letting Davenport come to them. They don't really want to risk a lot of stuff here, and I don't really blame them, but Davenport actually pulled back on this. So now, with this control, looks like they're going to try to go through short B. They might try to further the B exec. Camera might be able to find this kill. This could be a good one just for the lurk. He does grant it. So now, again, they start the man up.
And they try and flash into the smoke, but they're just getting met by the brick wall. The op shot doesn't trade either from Rift. This might be save territory here for the last two remaining. I mean, not because they don't have a lot of money, but there's just no chance to win the round.
Well, look at the bomb is too. You can see it just right there. It's like right on the other end of Monster. I mean, like, Noxious are all just camped on it. They're just posted up. Yeah, and time is way too low. Obviously now, but it's the right call. They got the op. There we go. Match and series point, though. Noxious, something I don't think they've been able to hear or experience so far this series, or the season, I should say, but now they only need one more round, and they could be taking their first win, just like that.
There's a impressive amount of economy still held onto here from Davenport, but there's no more mistakes afforded here. Again, you lose another round here, and you might be having to go back to advanced. At the very least, Noxious winning this would mean that they would be able to fight for their spot for another season. But look at that utility damage. Dane getting aggressive here towards short again, but he's caught by a nade and he's put below half HP.
Yeah, this is so much good work coming in from Noxious, and now, I mean, Davenport, they have the double player in short B, but they're trying to be aggressive, but they gain nothing from it. They lost so much HP from that. They finally pick up the bomb, but there's a 3-player stack here from Noxious at the B site, but look at where the bomb's rotating to. It looks like it wants to possibly commit to this. I mean, there's still a minute left. I mean, things can change, but they have their sights on this. They're looking for the big cheese, but it ain't that good cheese.
Thing is, right now, 50 seconds left on the clock. They're starting to feel a bit of that pressure here. And in the meantime, Camera's just holding such an effective angle, and just holding down mouse one, good for one. But traded quick, and Pug has another beautiful headshot to entry on in. Nasi has no response, no shot even fired off here. It's just cypress in the pit. Flanks come through, but Austin was waiting for it. Ever so slightly delayed. Rift is able to hold his teammates back right now. It's just VulcaN with the op here. Here's the drop in pit. Finds the first. Rift gets his utility up. He can't dive into the flames, and now an AK's been picked up to make matters worse. Rift's playing perfectly behind this pillar. I know he just needs to hold his left side, because Austin has his back right there. And it's going to be 12th. Davenport, they stay alive here for another round longer.
Oh my god, I can't believe they survived that. I mean, if VulcaN could have found that kill behind that one player behind the pillar like that, that could have really switched things up. But I mean, again, I think Austin really created a lot of space there. Like, he just played behind sandbag. He was able to find that rotation quickly, and he just was composed, right? Like you said, he played a really good role there, and he pretty much allowed them to get some good real estate here for Davenport, and now they hold on. 3 needed for overtime. Money spent. Everything's gone. All the pennies are used. And an op is on the board here for VulcaN again, but he's playing aggressive on this, but he gets annihilated. Oh my god, Dane. He gets crunched with a nade earlier on, but now he does the crunching.
Yeah, that's a nasty headshot here. It's where he really thrives right now in this map. Lurking about towards that short side. He finds that kill. He quickly bails out. So it's valuable real estate taken back here if you're Noxious. But again, it's all a timer on this round here. And it's ticking against them very quickly. Cypress tries to rotate over, but he's going to be too late to the party. Site's already taken. Decisions need to be made soon as to if they want to even attempt this. Money's in a disaster state here. But Camero might re-inspire. Bomb plant has been delayed ever so slightly. Now Dane not quite registered on this flank. Rift gonna land the tripwire. This long flank gets taken down as well. Dane extends favor here. Cypress and Nasi, they now know. There's no way that you would ever attempt this.
No, they definitely have to go for the save. I mean, no reason for this at all. Like I said, I mean, the money situation is just right in the dumps. No reason for it at all. Okay, and there's Cypress. He's going to be able to find that lurk of Austin. I mean, look at this Davenport. They ain't going to entertain it at all. But this is what Davenport does, man. This is what they've known for. I mean, at least what I remember of them, they definitely never give up until that last 16th round. They are always pulling through, and that's the one thing I love about this team.
Yeah, that's their strong suit right now. These late game situations, when their back's against the wall, they are not going to give up easily. That is 100% sure. These guys have themselves a whole lot of resiliency. I mean, we saw it in the advanced playoffs in the finals, right? They had to pull off a reverse sweep. They were down, you know, they would have lost that last map. They would have lost the entire series, but they were able to pull it back flawlessly, kept their composure, kept their heads in the game. That's how they got here. They need to do that once again. They need to replicate that versus Noxious if they want to stay here.
Well, it's just a matter of a few minutes. We're just going to wait. It looks like there's a bit of a technical issue, so we're going to get that sorted. So we're going to take a break, but we'll be back. I'm a man of my word. I told you it was going to be short, but we're back. We're ready to go. In round 29, it is only one round needed for Noxious to be able to find themselves a first win of this season. Laz and Exner here are going to bring you this action to see if that can be done, if dreams can be made here in ECL tonight.
Yeah, we're crushed for that matter. I know it's a bleak picture to paint, but that's the reality that both these teams face right now. And all of a sudden, Noxious, their picture that was painted of, you know, a comfortable CT side finish, right? Finishing the job, getting 16 here and giving themselves a chance in the relegation tournament. Well, it's slowly being ripped away by Davenport and the resiliency, their ability to keep their head in the game. Their head strong here and towards the B bomb site. Rift has the back line covered. Gang has another beautiful entry. Pug follows it up. The 1-2 punches in. There's no need to overcommit right now. A lot of utility being tossed back and forth here, but they can reroute. They don't have to jump on in too quickly into this this B bomb site. Rather, they're gonna do exactly that as well.
Yeah, and VulcaN's still holding this down too. He's got the op. Oh, that's an easy one. That's an easy one for VulcaN. He finds that first, and now he just falls back, waits for his teammates for the retake setup. Nades are going to be flying in once again here from Davenport. The plant's coming in. Oh my god. Oh my god. He lands the spam. Not one, but twice. Bomb's going to get replanted. Corn able to find a reply. And now it's all about if VulcaN can do more work. It's not looking like it. Nossi now on a 1-on-3 to see if they can do this.
Lost bonus here. I mean, he should be able to get an investment again. Maybe he could try and save that op. Maybe that's his game plan right now, as he's stalling out here in bank. But no, he pushes forward, hoping to catch some timing. And clothesline by Korn. He's not going to get past the first hurdle. 14 for Davenport. Can they grab themselves one more round? What is going on here? No closure for Noxious so far. They cannot seem to finish the job.
Man. I mean, that spam, like, I know it's like not like it's common, but like, man, when someone lands it, it just, especially with that time that low, you just never know. And especially with VulcaN being alive with the op like that, man, the guy's a threat. But like you said, we're going the full distance. We're going round 30. Overtime, maybe, I don't know. Map done, I don't know. But now it's double ops. Camero and VulcaN. They are putting out the double sticks. We haven't been able to see that yet. We got teased with it on map 2, but now they're really going to try to pack a big punch here for round 30.
That they are. Looking to deliver. Boy, Rift. Right on the edge of that smoke. It blooms perfectly in the face of Rift here. No flashes being tossed in just yet. There was that boost short placed. Pug jump spotting in, but you can see VulcaN, his attention turned every which way. That flash is going to keep him at bay for now. 50 seconds left on the clock. Bomb is going back in towards B, though. That's where they look to set their finish here. In the 30th round, Davenport, absolutely necessary to keep them alive here in this series. To keep them alive in ECL, they need this round right now.
This is it. This is the moment. 30 seconds now. They're burning the clock, and Aussie still has the molly, so this is going to be good. Oh, no. This could be detrimental. Now the flashes are coming in, too. The opening duel once again here for Noxious, but it is Davenport. They're cleaning this site up. But you saw Cypress and VulcaN. They're the last two players remaining here on the CT side. VulcaN's just going to run on in, and it's down to a 1-on-4 situation. Cypress needs this clutch to push overtime. Spots the barrel. Oh no, but he shoots too early and it just does a little bit of damage beyond the wall. This could be an overtime situation. He runs out of ammo. He's got 5 HP. Plenty of dreams, but taking this one with a 16-14 is not gonna be the deal. We're gonna take a short break as we get ready for overtime. Well, we are back. Map number 3, 15-15. Laz and X are here to bring you this action. And a lot's on the line here for both these teams. Noxious fighting for a win this season. Davenport fighting to get their second for the season. And I don't even know where to begin, but it's going to begin with Camro landing an op shot.
So we're on unknown territory right now. Double ops being brought out for the first time, but VulcaN, we don't stay there for long as the headshot rains on out. And right now we are seeing a level above what we've seen Davenport in quite some time. I guess since that first map, right, where we're finally seeing these really sharp openers. We didn't get anything out of their T side over in map 1. This time Rift able to work his magic up towards short, perfectly placed, catching Cypress off guard. Nasi, he's looked a little bit uncomfortable as well. So now he's left alone on this B bomb site. Poor guy on an island right now. He is calling in for a little bit of rotations, and Fame will come through. Davenport have yet to really spring into action off the back of these advantages. Instead, they're waiting for a mistake, some sort of gap to be created here. But further sold here, Fame's not rotating because of the presence that's been brought in from the likes of Austin.
Yeah, and Austin's got a good lurk, though. This is what he's been doing well earlier on. It's only 30 seconds, though. It's asking a lot for him, but he might be able to find something, maybe. Oh, Camro. That's so gross. Good position, but look where the bomb is. And even Austin with the lurk, he just gets red. So now, Noxious have put themselves in an advantage situation. This op, Camro, he's got 2 shots to make, only 2 people left. Could be a one and done, and the bomb is going to be in the hands of Rift. He's got to start moving. Time is ticking. Bomb plant has to be committed. Oh man, look at Noxious. He's just going to run on in. The plant comes in, but it's going to be Noxious? Question mark? Yes, it will be. They're going to be able to take that first OT round.
Scary collapse right there coming through. But Nasi, I said he's looked a little bit uncomfortable in some of the B anchoring. I don't know if this is like a position that he often plays, if he's super well versed into it, because what I've gathered out of him is just, you know, holding angles, right? Just, you know, stock standard. You need to have some counter utility. You need to have those smokes tossed in towards barrels, things like that, that can be key details in getting rounds won. And they haven't really gotten that out of him fully. They're expecting that in overtime here. They need to be bringing out all the stops right here and now. Nasi looking to step up his game on an individual front here. Ready to be shot out. What was that? Camro, that is lightning fast flicks right there.
I guess this is why he was opping earlier. We were talking a lot about it. Like, why is he opping? Why isn't VulcaN opping? But I guess that's why they want to do the double ops. They both know they're a threat. And this is what I love about Noxious. I mean, again, they're going for these fights. They're finding the opening duels. They're taking advantage of it. And as soon as they succeed, now they can pull back. They add way more pressure for Davenport. I mean, the IGL's taken out, right? So Pug, I mean, I guess he can kind of observe and call things as he needs to, but they're down a man so quickly on.
Still, though, they're walking into a pretty standard defense here. Lurk smoke to scale as well. VulcaN can't stick around here for too long. He knows he has a pressure on long that eventually that clock's going to tick. As the flashes come on through, Fame will he be blinded up? It doesn't matter. Austin free fires him, and he finds himself the follow up there. Cameron, he's flashed up his teammate, or Camro rather. He's flashed up his teammate, and it's going to be a 3v3 here. Trying to recover this round with no utility now left and a bomb planted for bathrooms. You never like a CT side's odds.
And wait a sec. Did Austin just get a double?
Just lined him up.
Oh, okay. All right. Sweet, Austin. That's a quad. So now just one more kill for him. He can get himself an ace. Good first one here, though. But, oh, I thought Dane might have stole this one, but Austin, can you get it done? He will, and that's going to be the first ace. Right down to the distance is 16-16, and the big lurk of Austin comes up big. Massive dividends here. The double ops again. Noxious are not letting this plan go through. They are just going to keep on pressing forward with it. They want the double 6. They want to get this thing done.
That they do. Davenport, they have shown so much life, though. promise out of these guys. Constantly delivers. They're never gonna give up on a game. It's lovely to watch the resurgence here. Somehow both op shots don't land. Both players missing opportunities, but they'll both walk away. They're fighting time, not for long though. Korn finds it again. Incredible on his opening, even on Nuke. He was doing some good work, and Austin going to grab another opening on A. I mean, this is the round into a 3v5. It's spiraling out of control here, extended by Dane. Slurkin connector. Desperation sinks in here, and they know it. It's going to be a lead from Davenport. It's been a long time coming since they've been able to grab it, but finally, they take 17. And they're looking to stake their claim here for another season, or at least a chance at another season.
Yeah, it's the first time in a long time, like you said, that they've been able to put themselves on a lead. I mean, Noxious have really been driving the ship for a long time. On this map, at least. I mean, they clawed things back, but... Okay. Now we're going to be able to switch sides, and... I mean, Noxious's T side wasn't, you know, too bad to see. I mean, I was kind of wondering if it was going to be a bit of a blunder, but to be honest, I thought it actually worked out pretty well for them, but... It's all about how well Davenport can react to their CT side, because I think we even noticed they took a lot of baits. The rotations were a little bit off. But I guess now we're going to see.
It's going to be really interesting to see what Davenport bring to the CT side. Right? This is where they kind of struggled here. They figured things out towards the tail end, right? They were able to grab a couple of rounds. That's a key detail here. Eventually, they were bringing things to the table. So now... and Noxious try and close out on their T side. They had so many opportunities to finish the job, and all of them have slipped through their fingertips here. 2 HEs on the camera, trying to go for this aggressive short maneuver. He's given a flash as well, but he's down low enough. I don't know if he wanted to commit too much to it, and understandably so.
Oh, they're rotating too. They're starting to reposition as well. And Nazi still wins that fight? I'm sorry? Oh, and oh, no way. He's able to find that too. A little of flash assist coming in, but Austin does get a bit of more utility damage, and Austin able to find another one. VulcaN igniting this AWP again. What was looking good for Davenport, it is just flipped. It's a blunder. It's down to a 3-on-2 and advantage here for Noxious.
That's a nice frag from Pug, though. That advantage has been nullified now, equalized. As a flash goes in, and a molly follows suit here. VulcaN forced behind it. Pug, though, can't hold the line on Fame. The quick trade in, the missed dodge shot.
No way.
And VulcaN another one. 2 missed shots. Rift pulls it back with the USP, and Davenport locked themselves in. Series point right there. What was that?
Oh, man, that's close too. I don't know what that is, but VulcaN, I mean, he's been lights out with the op. And now where it matters the most, the full distance here. He misses 2 shots. All he had to do was land it. Could have been pushing things over. But now we're on series point. 1 more round to go. And Davenport, they'll be able to have a second win for this season. 1 op still for VulcaN here. Not going to double up on the T side. Thank goodness. But what do they do differently? No timeout needed either, Cole. I mean, they're just going to go straight in.
Fresh mindset here.
I
None of
guess
that,
so.
no resets. Oh, that is one way to grab yourself series point here. I mean, this game, it should have been finished off by Noxious, but they have let it slip too far gone. And we said we were fighting for at least a series win in this season, and it might not be granted to them. Davenport just need 1 to confirm it right there.
Yeah, Davenport's setting up with a 2-player at B, 3 towards A. Again, like, this is where Austin, he likes to lean in, or, like, you know, a little bit more heavy. He's playing on the long A side by himself. He does have, you know, his players in the back end here, but he is that player that wants to take the first contact, you know, overextend a little bit. See if he can be able to catch them off guard. And Noxious now waiting things out. They do have triple mollies with 1 smoke. So the mollies might be an allowance here to get themselves in a sight. The double players here on CT, they need to be careful, though. I think even Corn's playing close on Monster. Dangerous playing on MBK, so... 28 seconds is remaining, though, here, Cole. And now the execute has come in.
They've got such a firm crossfire here. No flashes either to disjoint this crossfire. They're just going to pluck them apart here. And Dane looks to solidify things, but it'll be locked in by Corn. This victory giving Davenport a chance now in the relegation tournament and confirming here that we are going to be seeing Noxious back in advanced in the very next season. That is an incredible comeback. They do what they do best here once again, and that's keep their heads in the game there. What a great show of resilience from the academy, or the university boys.
No, it really is. Like we said, we that's the one thing we can really, take away here from Davenport. This is a team, like I think we both agree,